my name is Jenna and today I'm doing my November movie and television show wrap up for 2017. Just a heads up, the window is currently open because it is very hot inside the house, but it's not like hot enough for the air conditioner, it's just like stuffy hot. So the window is open, you will hear birds, apologies. I managed to watch 2 TV shows plus rewatch another TV show, and I managed to watch 4 movies in November, and that is because in November I was participating in NaNoWriMo, so basically all I did was I worked, got home from work, wrote, and then went to bed. So I did kind of get some like TV shows and stuff in between there. I got a couple of movies. 3 out of 4 of the movies I actually went to the cinema to see when I watched here at home, so that was exciting. So I'm going to start with the TV shows that I watched this month, and I'm going to start with the ones that I rewatched, which should actually come as no surprise to any of you. I rewatched Stranger Things seasons 1 and 2 in November of 2017. For context, I was rewatching season 2 to get notes for my season 2 Stranger Things discussion video, and I decided that I couldn't rewatch season 2 without rewatching season 1 because I wouldn't get the full story, so I rewatched them both, gave them 5 out of 5 stars, well, gave the first one 5 out of 5 stars, second one 4.75 out of 5 stars, and now we will move on to the next show. So the next TV show that I watched was one that I've been meaning to watch for a while, and that was season 8 of Modern Family. Modern Family is one of my favorite shows of all time. I think it is so clever, so truthful to what family really means, and I just love every second of it. So I finally got my hands on season 8. It's been ages, but I finally got my hands on it and I watched it and I absolutely adored it. So I gave this season a 4 out of 5 stars because somehow, even though we are 8 seasons in, this show still makes me laugh and it makes me cry. Okay, there were multiple points in this season where I was like crying my eyes out because it was so beautifully done, so sad, so heartfelt, and I just loved every second of it. I'm really loving the storylines that they're doing moving forward and how they are definitely incorporating a lot of these social critiques of the world, that sort of thing, and I cannot wait to see what they do in season 9. I am so excited. I also this month finished my Parks and Recreation rewatch. Parks and Rec got added to Stan a few months ago and I've been rewatching it, so I finished the rewatch this month, so I thought I would include it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars because somehow, even though I've seen this show a million times over, I still laugh because it is still so funny. I love all of the characters. I think they are absolutely hilarious. My favorite character is possibly Ben because I feel like I see a lot of myself in Ben. Like, for example, so last year I went to a bachelorette party and it was, you know, what you could expect a bachelorette party to be, you know, strippers, all that sort of stuff that I'm really not into. And I said to my mum, I was like, oh, you know, when I have my bachelorette party, all I want to do is stay at home with some friends, drink and play games. And then I just happened to watch the episode where Ben has his bachelor party where he literally just wants to stay at home, drink and play games. And that's the point where I went, oh god, I am Ben. And he writes fan fiction, which I write fan fiction, and he's like obsessed with pop culture and I'm obsessed with pop culture. So I see a lot of myself in Ben. But apart from that, I think all the characters are fantastic. I love April and Andy and Donna and Jerry. Oh, Jerry, he has my heart. So I love this show. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend that you watch it because it is actually one of the funniest shows I think I have ever seen in my life. And if I didn't say so already, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So that's all of the TV shows that I watched in November. Now moving on to the movies that I watched. Funnily enough, all the movies I kind of watched towards the end. I think it was in like the last 2 weeks or so of November that I watched them. I know 2 of them I watched in the space of 2 days. So the first movie that I want to talk about is Justice League. So I went and saw Justice League with a couple of my friends and we went on its 2nd week of opening and there was only 4 people in the cinema, including me and my 2 friends. So that's a little bit scary to think about, but I actually gave the film a 4 out of 5 stars because I actually really thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, yes, it is not Marvel, and yes, it has a lot of flaws still, like a lot of flaws, but also I think ultimately they're getting better. Like, I actually enjoyed most of the characters this time around. Like, I wasn't expecting that to happen. I love The Flash. The Flash is definitely my favorite. Him and Aquaman like saved that movie for sure. The film made me laugh out loud, which I also wasn't expecting. There were points and I was laughing and I just kind of went, why am I laughing? This is a DC movie. There is no laughter in DC, so somehow they must be doing something right. And the storyline itself was just, I mean, okay, yeah, the storyline itself was pretty weak and it was a little off at points, and there was one whole part of it where I was like, I do not understand what is happening, but for the most part I just enjoyed it, and it, like, I'm so confused about my feelings here, but yeah, I really enjoyed Justice League. So I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I will continue with the DC franchise because the 2 movies they brought out this year really impressed me. The second movie that I watched this month was one that I've been waiting to watch since it came out like in May in America, and that was Everything Everything. It finally came out on DVD here, so I snatched it up, went home and watched it immediately, and oh my goodness, it was such a cutesy little film. It was exactly what I was hoping it was going to be. I think they adapted it really, really well from the book to the screen, especially since the book is full of these incredible little drawings, and somehow they managed to translate that really, really well on screen, which was just incredible. The story for Everything Everything, if you don't know, is about this girl who is very sick and she cannot go outside, but she falls in love with the boy next door. Very simple concept, but honestly, such a fun movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm really, really glad that I finally got a chance to see it. The third film that I watched this month is a movie that actually has been getting like a lot of mixed reviews from a lot of people. I know my mum's friends hated the film. My friend says she guessed the murderer, but okay then. And I know a lot of people like me who really thoroughly enjoyed the film, and that film is Murder on the Orient Express. So I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars because I thought it was really, really well done. I've never read Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, which is of course the book that the movie is based on, but I loved the film. I loved the characters. I thought that it was just so well done, and it was done in such a way that I was constantly thinking like, what if this person did it? What if that person did it? And I was trying desperately to figure it out, and I did not. Christie bested me, and I'm so sad about that. I'm now 1 for 2, which is devastating, but I really, really, really thoroughly enjoyed this film. I was shocked when I found out who the murderer was, and I think that was the moment where I went, oh my goodness, and from that moment on I was just sat there like, how did I not see that coming? Oh my goodness. It's one of those things, you know, like once Poirot explains everything, you're like, oh, of course, that's the only thing that makes sense, but I just didn't grab it, and I'm mad at myself for that, but I really thoroughly enjoyed the film, and I do highly recommend that you go and see it. It's just a really beautifully, aesthetically shot film with really compelling characters and such a great mystery, and I just absolutely loved it. The last movie that I watched this month is one that I have been highly anticipating ever since before I read the book this year, and it instantly became one of my favorites, and that is Wonder. I saw Wonder, gave it 5 out of 5 stars because it was incredible. I cannot stress enough how well they adapted that book onto the screen. I have not seen an adaptation that good in a really, really long time. It was phenomenal, fantastic. Everything about it I loved. I cried for like the entire 2 hours. They got to a point I couldn't stop crying. I was so emotional with what was going on, and considering how the book is set out, they did it so well on screen in a way that I was not actually expecting them to do, so I was really pleasantly surprised when they did. I thought I was really nervous about the adult characters, especially like mum and dad. I was really quite nervous about that because I didn't know how I felt about Julia Roberts and Owen Wilson playing a married couple and playing mum and dad, but honestly, they did incredible. They all were so good. The kids were just, oh, I could go on forever talking about how good I thought this film was, but I won't. All I'm going to say is I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I highly recommend that you all go and see this movie because it is beautiful and heartwarming and also heartbreaking at times, and it has a really strong and important message that I think everyone needs to listen to. So there you go. Those are the movies and television shows that I watched in the month of November. I can tell you right now that the month of December there's going to be a lot more movies because I have a pledge to watch one Christmas movie every single day. So this video next month could be very, very, very long, and I kind of apologize for that, but for the most part, no I don't, because it's Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what movies and TV shows you watched in the month of November. I would absolutely love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.